Chris.
Hi there. So my name's Chris, and I've been homeless off and on for the past 15 years. I'm somewhat homeless right now, but moving into a place March 1st, so that should be over for a while. So in the course of that 15 years, I've lived in various situations. I've stayed in homeless shelters. I even worked for a homeless shelter for 2 years. I've lived in tents all over the place, and so I have a bit of idea about the kind of services available to homeless people. When I came to Victoria, I got involved with the tent city stuff that was happening here, and I realized that there was a big movement of homeless people and housed people to try to make this idea work. The history of tent cities in most cities in North America and in Victoria here is that a group of activists will set up a few tents and they'll either be arrested or they'll win some kind of concession, like some kind of housing or some more mats in the shelter, and then the tent city closes down and the whole cycle repeats again every couple of years or so. What we have happening now, as a lot of people are aware, is due to a lot of things, the number of people losing their homes is increasing, and the number of shelter mats is decreasing. And so regardless of the conditions of the shelters, which some people have some issues with, there's just not enough of them. So a bunch of us who were housed and unhoused got together to see if we could explore the idea of creating a tent city that's sustainable, not to end homelessness or to be a solution to homelessness, but just something to fill a gap until such time as the affordable housing that we're all waiting for and working for comes to be, because it's not going to be soon enough for some people, and meanwhile there's not enough shelter mats. So to a lot of us it seemed very logical to try to organize to have some kind of alternative that can be sustainable. So we formed the Temporary Autonomous Shelter Committee, or Collective, sorry, and looked into answering a lot of questions that we have about the concept, and that just generally people in the city have about the concept. Because the perception that a lot of people who have never been to a tent city has is based on what they may have seen on the news, which focuses on issues of safety and sanitation and whatnot. And so we recognize that that it's true that some tent cities can descend into unsafe, unsanitary places, and wanted to know why is that, and why is it that some tent cities don't? Because there are tent cities in Seattle and Portland and in Florida and various places that are sanctioned and have been around for years, and they're clean and safe, and they manage to change people's lives, and it's not the kind of scary place that people like Dean Forden and others would like to make them out to be. And so, you know, we're based on the need, on the idea that we need something tonight, we need something tomorrow, and that we could just go out tonight and set up some tents, but likely, you know, the general public would be behind the city shutting it down tomorrow. So one of the things we're doing is trying to work to raise awareness about the concept, to answer people's questions about what might possibly happen if there was a tent city, and to sort of deal with the unnecessary fear surrounding the concept. A couple weeks ago we sent some people down to Seattle to visit the tent cities there. They have a program where 100 people in tents travel every 3 months. They're in a different church parking lot or a church backyard. The church hosts the tent cities, but it's completely user-run, and everything down to arrangements made for the portable toilets, to the dumpsters, to going to the next church and asking them to host it, all the way to renting the truck and moving it is done by the homeless people who are living in the tent cities. They deal with the conflicts internally, and generally the police find that it's saved policing costs, which here in Victoria we're told that a tent city would require more policing costs. So these are the kinds of things that we're working to learn, to share, to be able to help empower homeless people to create their own solutions, as opposed to the traditional model of charity and service provision. You know, because just because you lose your home doesn't mean you've lost your ability to provide for yourself or plan for yourself or organize your community. So we wanted to recognize that and try to make that happen. And so we meet every second Monday at Canvas Books, alternating with the Island Solidarity Coalition. One of the first things that we're doing now is yet another survey. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people are sick of surveys, but we're also trying to make a case for what we're doing, and we want to be able to get out the voice of the people who are going to be using a service like this. And so the survey is one way that we're doing that, as well as studying other TED cities. And so we're asking people to support us by learning more about just what is available for short-term services for homeless people, and to ask yourself whether that is enough, or whether or not we as a community can work to create something different, and what that might look like. And we're also raising some funds because we'd like to bring some people up from the 10th city in Seattle who can speak a lot more eloquently than I can about the way that these kind of communities are run and the positive aspects of them. And we're also looking for some land for that.
Yeah.
You know, whether you belong to a church or a synagogue or a mosque, and
Yes.
would like to be the first brave person to make this happen, that would help us overcome a huge obstacle. Or you have some private land that you wouldn't mind hosting some people temporarily on, or something like that. Or come out to our meetings and get involved and listen to the people who are going to be using these places, and hear what it is they need, instead of being told by the mayor and council what people need or what we need. So yeah, there's a whole lot I can say about this. So if you want to hear more, you can send us an email at fictentcity@gmail.com, or come out to our meetings every second Monday, not this coming Monday, but the Monday afterwards, at Canvas Books at Quadrant Kings, which is, if you've never been to Canvas Books, is more than just a bookstore. It's sort of a miniature version of what is trying to be created here at the Island Solidarity Center. We host a lot of groups, as you've heard, throughout the night, and so the books are just part of how we survive, and the rest is generous people. We do ongoing fundraising. Unfortunately, we haven't caught on to the membership idea yet, so we're always looking for funds to keep Canvas open, so that we continue to have projects like 10th City and harm reduction and all the other things that happen there to happen. So I guess that's it. Thanks.